Hello, welcome to Frail Style Friday. Okay, go away, comment. How is everyone doing today? If you are new here, my name is Kimbuucha, or you can just call me Kim. And I do a lot of streams about Japanese street fashion, Lolita fashion, and Japan travel planning. And today I'm going to talk about YouTube, new YouTubers, getting started with YouTube content creation, or maybe you're just getting into making videos on other platforms, and maybe you're, I don't know, a little discouraged, a little afraid, a little nervous. I've been there, done that, got that t-shirt, burned that t-shirt, and here we are. And I got inspired to do the stream because I saw a post somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but someone was saying how they felt inadequate enough to start doing YouTube. They didn't have like a good camera. They didn't feel like they could compete against some of the other people in the niche. They didn't feel like they had the skills to do fancy editing and all of that. And I've been there. And I don't want anyone to feel that way. So we're going to talk about YouTube, getting started. And I've come up with some reasons that I've heard before through several communities about getting started and fears about it. And we're just gonna talk about it and how I got over it and give you some tips. And if anyone else in the chat has something to contribute to the conversation, by all means, please contribute. We are all here to help each other. It's Friday. How's y'all week? I hope it's been good. How am I sounding? Hope it's good. Before we get into those reasons and things like that and talking about YouTube, it'll be good to just say hello. Who's here? Is anyone even here? I don't even know. I could just be talking to myself right now. And then it's just like a regular YouTube video. But oh, nope. I see some comments. All right. Who do we have? We have Mandy. Wait a minute. That's not this. Okay, that's a bug, Ecamm. Mandy, I clicked your comment. There we go. Hi, Mandy. Welcome to the stream. Are you new? Are you new to the stream? Welcome if you are. We also have Holly. Hello, Holly. Oh, this font doesn't look that good. Let's change it. Y'all are gonna see some magic happen here. Hang on. Hang on. Blad Owl. That's much easier to read. Hi, Holly. How's it going? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We have Jackie. What's up, Jackie? Jackie Nato. Nato. Got it. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Here we go. We're going to fix this. This is part of being on YouTube. You know? Fixing things on the fly. Why can I not fix that? All right. We're going to move on. Hi, hello, fellow YouTuber. Hello, how's it going? Also in the chat, we have Leela. Hello, how is it going? Y'all, I'm sorry, I gotta fix this. I want this to be different. Why can I not resize this? What is happening? All right. We're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go and get into the stream. So I am a pretty new YouTuber, right? Like I haven't been on YouTube that long. I've only really been on YouTube for a little over a year, and I've learned a lot along the way. And there's a lot of mistakes that I have made, a lot of things I've stumbled with, a lot of things that I've struggled with. And one of those things, and one of the reasons why I have heard people say that they don't know if they can or should get into YouTube, is because they don't have a camera, which I would argue that's not true. I would argue that a lot of you are probably watching me on your phone, and as much as people feel like they might need to go out and buy a camera, it is perfectly acceptable to start making YouTube videos with your phone, or with your webcam that you have at home. I don't know how many of you watched my videos. I had one video. I used to have a YouTube channel like 4 years ago. I don't know how many of you knew that, but it was on a channel called Kimbuucha with 1U. I do not recommend going to look at it because that video is terrible quality, but I filmed that video on my like dusty ass old laptop webcam. And that video actually, let's see, I'm gonna look it up and see how many views is on that video. Y'all, it's so bad. It was for a Taobao dress. Cause like at the time, no one was really talking about Taobao dresses. And I was like, well, I want to like talk about dresses no one else is talking about. So I'm gonna make a video, but y'all, it was so bad. But yeah, 4 years ago. Okay. This video. Y'all see this? Y'all see this video? I filmed this on a super old HP laptop webcam. And it was the only video I did at the time. But like, I still decided I wanted to make a YouTube video about this dress, and I didn't let the limitation of like not having a fancy camera stop me. And I want other people to also feel the same way if they have something they want to share or something they really want to talk about. Like, you don't have to go out and buy yourself a crazy fancy camera or anything like that. I also would argue that it's probably, if you've never really created content before, or you aren't even comfortable being on camera, you're not sure, it might not really make the most sense to go out and buy a camera, because you might find that you're just too uncomfortable and then you wasted your money, you know, buying a camera. But that's another point that we're going to talk about, which is being uncomfortable on camera. Like I mentioned, I started, so on my channel, if we switch back to my current channel, which you're all watching me on. Oh no, don't play the video. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's look at some of my super early videos here. Holly probably knows. Holly's known me before YouTube. But look at this. Look at this. What am I doing here? What am I doing? All of these videos, this Japan video I made was on my iPhone. All of these were on my iPhone. I think I didn't get a camera until maybe about here, I think is when I got a camera. But all these videos are filmed on my iPhone. Nothing wrong with that. People have whole YouTube channels, have like making a living off of their phones. So you can get started with the phone if you have one. And that's probably a good thing to start with anyway, because it gets you familiar and comfortable with making videos in the first place. I'm going to switch over to the comments really quick to see if I'm missing anything. Hello. All right. All right. Let's bring that down a little bit. Hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I really wish I could I don't know how to resize that. Perfect example. Holly here has a YouTube channel about coordinating Lolita dresses, and she films on her phone, and it looks really good. So don't feel like you need to go out and buy a camera or anything like that. Good evening, Kimbuucha. I'm out tonight and the notification popped up. You look and sound incredible. Thanks. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I think this is your first time on my stream. I really appreciate you coming by. I feel extra crispy tonight with my stream. I don't know what happened, but usually it doesn't look this crispy. I feel like burnt chicken right now with how crispy I look. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a good night. The Ruffled Rose says phone cameras take pretty good video. They do. They absolutely do. And a lot of times I think people don't realize that they can dig into the settings on their phone and really crank up the quality of it. A lot of phones shoot in 4K 60 frames a second. Not that you necessarily need to record videos at that high of a quality, but they're capable of that. You can also mess around with the like shutter speed and the ISO to really change the depth of field in your videos and things like that. So yeah. Someone had asked about what I recommend for new people if they were starting off in YouTube and looking for camera recommendations. And this is actually a difficult question to answer because I think it really depends on what you want to do with your YouTube channel. If you were to just search for camera recommendations for YouTubers, you're going to get a ton of videos and varying recommendations based on what preferences of brands people like. But I would look at like, do you want something super easy to use that is lightweight? Then maybe you're looking at like a point and shoot camera. Or if you want something that you can have more control over and really swap out different lenses, then you might be looking at something like a mirrorless camera, which is what I currently have, or something like a full frame camera. So I started with my phone, and then I switched to a Canon M50, which comes highly recommended in the beginner YouTuber community. And then I have a Sony a6400, and I'm pretty happy with this camera. There are also point and shoot cameras I actually really want a point and shoot camera now because they're way easier to deal with. You don't have to buy like lenses, and you don't have to deal with a whole bunch of different settings and understanding a bunch of different focal ranges and things like that, especially if you don't care about that kind of stuff. If you just want a camera and you're like, I want to make videos and I want something easy, like a point and shoot camera, like a Sony ZV-1 or an RX100. I think they're on like Mark 7 now. Are really good. They're really good for traveling too, and just being able to like throw in your bag or throw in your pocket or something like that. Places to look for cameras. I would recommend checking out used cameras because, as you can imagine, cameras can get pretty expensive, but you can get some really good deals on B&H is a really good website, which if you've never been to B&H, come on. This is pretty much where I shop for all things camera related and YouTube related. You can get some really good deals on used cameras or used lenses from B&H, or Facebook Marketplace also has a lot of really good deals on cameras. Like a lot of times people don't know what they're selling, and so they're just like, oh, I have this camera and I want to get rid of it, so $300, but they don't realize they could have sold it for like $800, for example. So the camera that I have now, which is a Sony a6400, I'm going to show you how much this camera goes for new. I don't want your notifications. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Harassing me. I'm already on your notifications list. You email me every day, trying to take all of my money. Okay, so new, we're not going to look at a camera with a lens because we're just going to look at the body. This is the camera I currently have. Goes for $898 new. I saw this exact same camera on Facebook Marketplace today for $345. So if you're in the market for a camera and you're looking to up your quality of your YouTube videos, definitely check out Facebook Marketplace for used camera gear. I've used it for several things. Love it. And they have like a protection program, so if you're like nervous about it, your purchases can also be protected. Okay. I'm trying to get better at managing the comments. I'm not sure how many comments I'm going to have because this is not a typical topic. So perhaps I don't get as many. Who do we have here? Oh, Ash. Hi, Ash. How are you? Welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming through. JA says, learning the pro settings on my Samsung S20 was an insane jump in quality. These phones now are amazing. They really are. Like, you have $1,000 camera in your pocket. So I think it's good to not just use your cell phone camera to like learn like how to use your cell phone camera, but it helps you learn about videography as well. And it really helps you figure out, okay, I do actually want to now invest in a real camera. So use what you have. I'm a proponent of that for sure. The Ruffled Rose says, I use my photo DSLR camera for video, which is probably a sin to most traditional photographers, but it takes great video. Hey, do what works for you. If you make it fly, you make it fly. Ash says, love that cute bedroom setup, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, my light. Yeah, I position my light a little bit differently in the back here, but thank you. this is probably going to change here, hopefully soon, because I need more space. So don't know when that's going to happen. Can't make any promises, but hopefully this is going to change. Okay, so moving right along, we're going to move on to reason number 2 why people often say they don't get into YouTube, which is editing videos is hard or expensive. And I can sympathize with this one up to a certain degree. Video editing software can definitely be expensive, but there are free and cheap ones out there, such as DaVinci Resolve, which comes highly recommended. It's also free, and it's also used a lot for color grading footage. And I think people often think of like Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro, which you don't have to shell out money to edit your videos. There are plenty of free options. The editing videos part being hard is something I can also empathize a little bit with some degree. But if you think about it, most things when you're trying them out new, or it's your first time doing it, is challenging because it's uncomfortable and you're learning how to become better at what you're doing. So if you are finding it hard or difficult, this is just one of those things I think that just really takes time. And one thing I noticed with myself when I first got into making YouTube videos and editing videos is that I didn't like editing videos because I had too much footage to edit because I talked so much. So that was something I learned to get better about, was like making a script or making an outline. So I stayed more on topic, because if I stayed on topic, then I wouldn't have to ramble so much, and then I wouldn't have so much video to edit. You know what I mean? So if you don't like video editing for that portion, maybe consider making like an outline to help keep your focus on the topic that you're talking about, so you have less footage to edit. I started video editing with, what was that tool? Cyberlink Power Director, which is like, I don't know why I started with that, but I did. And then I moved to Filmora Wondershare, which is really great. It's on both Mac and Windows, and it's super user-friendly and pretty easy, and they have a good library of plugins. And then I eventually moved to Final Cut Pro, which if you have used something like Filmora and then you make a jump, or something like iMovie and then you make a jump to Final Cut Pro, it can be like super overwhelming because you're like, there's this dial. I've never seen a dial like this. Am I in a Bugatti or something? And that's kind of how I felt when I switched to Final Cut Pro. But there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube, like a lot, for whatever video editing software that you're using. So you can get some help with that if you just kind of, use the internet at your disposal, which I feel like I've said before in those exact same words on this topic. But there's people who have whole channels for tutorials about like Filmora Wondershare, like Dave Patel is one, and his are really, really good. Something else that I found that made video editing for me a lot easier was to learn keyboard shortcuts to speed up how quickly I could move through my clips, or to copy and paste transitions, or to apply different volume plugins and things like that. So really learning the software can really help you get a lot more comfortable with video editing and help you not feel like it's so difficult. And of course, just make you be more proficient with it. So yeah, it's real warm. I am sweating under this light. I don't know how y'all do it. I gotta bust my fan out. It's hot. It's real hot. Oh man. Whew. All right. Comments. Who we got here? Miss Matcha Blossom. Hi, friend. Miss Matcha Blossom is also another fellow YouTuber. Okay, so we have a lot of fellow content creators in the chat. We have Miss Matcha Blossom has a channel about Hanfu, which, if you don't know what Hanfu is, and traditional Chinese garments, her channel is hilarious, and she does a lot of tutorials and a lot of really educational things. Highly recommend checking out her channel. But We also have Holly. She makes a lot of videos about Lolita fashion and coordinating. I get a lot of coordinate inspiration from her, so she has a channel. The Ruffled Rose is another Lolita YouTuber. There's so many content creators in here. I love it. J.A. Smith also has a YouTube channel, and he does live streams on his channel once a week, and then you do one with John on his channel, and they're really fun to watch and really, really encouraging. I love watching them. Ash makes a lot of videos about content creation on her channel. Her like stage presence and delivery is also really good, and I feel like, Ash, I need to sit in your streams and learn how to talk better, because you're good there. Okay, getting back to the comments. Okay, Ash says, I agree with you, Cam, just takes time. Yeah, just, it's as Doc Rock would say, you got to get your reps in, and this kind of goes into the like not saying if you don't have a camera you can't get started, because the more that you keep doing this, the more natural it feels, the easier it becomes, and the more confident you're going to be with all of it. And you can't get better at editing videos if you don't have videos to edit, and you can't have videos to edit if you don't film your videos. You know what I mean? Gosh, I feel like, I'm about to open a window. It's hot. It's like 90 degrees under this one light. I don't know how, but thanks, Filtrox. Holly says, I use a free app called YouCut to edit my videos on my phone because my actual computer's trash. Yo, yeah. Oh, so check this out. There are whole tutorials on how to edit videos, how to make intros, how to make YouTube banners on your phone. If you've been on my channel for a minute, .live/YT. Hey, oh, I didn't spell it right. Come on. While that's loading, I'm going to take a sip of Sprite. If you have watched any of my, it's like the first 10 videos I have, where I have that little opening. The openings I have for all of these videos, I made on my phone. Like, you can do a lot of stuff on your phone. Your phones are little pocket computers, man. Y'all are sleeping on your cell phones. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy anything. You could do everything on one device. Because that's where we're headed, you know? Hi, friends. These are other content creators. The blind guy, his wife, their life. Your stream earlier today was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy your streams, though. I learned so much, and the community over in your streams are really fun. But they said, I only use the Canon... Oh, come back. I only use the Canon Master Editor on my cell phone, but I know the really dedicated people use DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, they do. I'm not going to lie, I've never tried DaVinci Resolve. I already have video editing software, and I have no interest in really color grading my footage like it's a film yet. But I feel like someday I should like play around with it. I don't know, maybe not. I'll probably get overwhelmed and just meh. Miss Matcha Blossom says, editing on a tablet think can help for some people, but I prefer mobile if need be. What do you use to edit? I know on Apple devices there's LumaFusion, which actually you can take your LumaFusion footage and like transfer it over to like your computer and edit it in Final Cut Pro. So you could like edit on the couch and then move to your computer, which sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I think a tablet will give you more space to edit, especially if you have like a pen, and then you can drag stuff easily on the timeline and things like that. Oh, what do we got here? Trouble. What's up, Sarah? You should swing by after work. How you doing, Sarah? Thanks for coming by. Batul Garby. Hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Is this who I think it is? I think so. Does your name start with an E? Hi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Um, I can't with the comments, yo. Ruffled Rose says, I watched a few videos on how to use the basics of Final Cut Pro and got a grip on it after a few videos, though I have also used iMovie in the past, so I wasn't starting from scratch. Yes. Similar to like cameras, phones, any technological device, if you're going to get into using something, you should probably learn how to use it so you are more knowledgeable when you get ready to use it. So read the manuals when you get phones, watch tutorials when you get software. I've really gotten in the habit of this after watching so many tutorials and like living on the internet. So, I mean, there's literally a video probably for anything that you could search for. So, and if you're struggling, like you can always feel free to reach out to someone in the community. You could always reach out to me because I'm happy to help any way I can, even if I don't use the program. Like, I feel like I know my way around video editors to be able to like help out here and there. So, yeah. Ash says, you're too sweet, Kim. I feel like I am. Aw, thank you. See, this is why I like doing streams. Because people are so kind. This is why I want more people live streaming. I think a lot of people are like intimidated to do live streams because it's the whole like live concept and like being very vulnerable and never know what's going to happen. But I swear the live streaming community is the nicest place on the entire planet. And then I love it. So thank you, Ash. It's very sweet. JA says, editing is a new language. Take your time, play, and enjoy the journey. Absolutely. And it's also an art. I've gotten feedback before about my videos, how people are like, oh, you're editing, how much work it must have took and what you did, and I like it, and da-da-da-da. And I love when people appreciate my editing, but I also don't want to see anyone get discouraged because they feel like they have to do the same amount of editing in their videos that other people do. And I think that's something that can be very intimidating and discouraging to people, is that they feel like they have to edit their videos a particular way because other people are. And that's totally not the case at all, right? You want to put your own personality in how you record your videos and how you speak in your videos and how you edit your videos, because everyone is completely different. And, you know, just because someone does one thing really doesn't mean you also have to do that as well. I actually, I'm weird. I love editing. So I like to do some of the things that I do. I like to put in the time that I edit, but I don't think everyone should go to the lengths that some people do for their videos. Especially when we get into the next reason that I'm about to go over. So let me hurry up and get to these comments so we can move to the third reason, which is actually really an excuse. Not to make anyone feel bad, but this is an excuse. JA says 100% on scripting to keep footage creep from overwhelming the process. Yes. If you are a new YouTuber and you've heard of Vlogmas and you're trying to figure out whether or not you should do Vlogmas, I will 1000% encourage you to do Vlogmas. And the main reason why is because Vlogmas forces you to become a better creator really, really fast. It forced me to shut up and stop talking so much. It forced me to get to the point. It forced me to edit videos faster. It forced me to learn my camera better. It forced me to do a lot of things because you're crunched for time, right? And, you know, if you haven't recorded your video for the day and you have to get it out for the day, you don't have time to like dilly-dally and talk too much in your videos, and you don't have time to get super fancy with your editing, and you learn how to get better and faster. So that was like the number one reason why I'd recommend Vlogmas to anyone, is because it's going to make you become a better creator much faster, and you're going to get out 30 videos in 30 days. So yeah. I thought so. Hi, Emily. How you doing? I want to be you for a day because you live the most aesthetic life. I love it so much. Everything looks so cute. I'm like, is this real life? Miss Matcha Blossom says, I was worried if I eat on stream. Haha, don't want to make people. Oh, some people will argue you're not supposed to eat on stream, but like, don't starve. You know what I mean? Or like, be right back screens are good for those, right? Like if you want to eat a chicken strip real quick, like you could just turn on the like. And then get right back to it. So, yeah. All right, let's get into reason number 3 here, which don't hate me. This is an excuse, my friends. If you say I don't have time. This one, I was here and I used to be like, I don't have time to make YouTube videos. I don't have time to do this. I got other stuff going on. I think for a lot of people, it's really you don't prioritize your time. We can all find time in our day, whether that's maybe you get up 15 minutes earlier to record a video, maybe instead of watching YouTube on your lunch break, you're working on a video. Maybe instead of watching me right now, you're recording some B-roll. I don't really know, but there is always a way to prioritize time. Like there are people with like 9 kids who like have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like, how do you have 9 kids and you have a YouTube channel? Oh, you turn like your life is, you know what I mean? Like, day in my life, I'm just going to set the camera down and make a cup of coffee. Here's how you make a good cup of coffee. Or you're planning out a coordinate, you can make that a video. Like, you could turn a lot of things into a video if you find ways to work that in and to prioritize your time. Now, some things to note about not having enough time is that this is also going to depend on how frequently you want to get videos out. And there are some people who can get videos out 2-3 times a week, and maybe that's not reasonable or feasible for you. So maybe it's once a week, or maybe it's every other week. I think back in like March, I had a lot going on, March or April. I was trying to do a live stream every week. I was trying to get a video out every week. And then I was like also like planning a wedding and like life and work. And I realized it was too much. So I had to dial it back. And so there's nothing wrong with setting a more reasonable schedule so you can prioritize your time accordingly without like stressing yourself out. Again, you don't like, people will recommend you should upload a video once a week minimum for the algorithms. But if that's not reasonable or feasible for you, then maybe try every other week. And on your weeks where you do have time or the days where you do have time, how can you maximize the time that you have? Saturdays for me are the days where I record videos. My husband knows, don't bother me. 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m., don't bother me. I'm focusing on YouTube. And during that time, I will work on editing videos, or I will pop in other live streams while editing a video, or I will film things while listening to something else. And that's kind of how I work in and prioritize my time while I'm doing that. I also like giving up weekends can be difficult for some people, and that's a lot to ask for. But again, it's going to depend on like your upload schedule. Now, to determine your upload schedule, you're going to want to think about what kinds of videos are you making. If you are making really long form content videos, that's going to be really hard to get out 45-minute videos every week if you already know you're strapped on time. So are there ways where you can break up those videos so you can film them in smaller chunks of time and then edit them in smaller chunks of time? And a prime example is like Lolita, right? If you're thinking of starting a Lolita channel and you really want to do some wardrobe videos, maybe if you know you are working full time and you have school and you're very limited on time, instead of filming like an hour and a half long wardrobe tour, maybe you focus on a few dresses at a time. And then you're able to get that filmed and edited in a reasonable amount of time. Reasonable is subjective for you, but time management is a thing. And something with the time management that has also really helped for me is to batch record my videos. If you don't know about batch recording videos, friend, hop on the train. If you don't know what batch recording is, it's where I basically will take a weekend, or if there's like a holiday weekend, I will take that holiday and I'll record like 5 videos, and then I will prep myself for those videos in a way to where I have my outline or I have my script and I know I have lists to edit, and then I can edit them quicker and then get them scheduled so they already go release and I don't have to worry about having to schedule those videos. Does that make sense? So batch recording is a great way to be able to maximize the time that you do have if you are going to be filming or editing. Another thing that really helped for me is to get organized. And when I say get organized, I mean like if I know on Saturday I only have 8 to noon to work on YouTube stuff, Friday night, I'm making sure my camera is charged. I'm making sure I have space on my memory card. My outfit's picked out. I have my outline sorted. My lights are good to go. So 8 a.m. Saturday, I don't have to waste an hour or 2 hours fiddling with that stuff. It's already ready to go. So I'm setting myself up for success by prepping things beforehand to make sure that like I'm hitting the ground running, right? We don't have time to play no games if we're already stretched on time. So yeah, let's switch back to the chat here. I gotta figure out a better way to do that. JA says I'm not sure on time. Okay. Ash says I have drank water and brushed my hair on streams. Remember to brush the hair. Yeah, I wear a lot of wigs and it just, I don't know what's going on here. It's just in the way. But you guys are having a conversation. Streamer brush. I have a streamer comb. Do combs count? Thanks for the live stream, love. So glad to hear that you're gaining something from our streams because we aim to give value. You definitely do. So supportive. I'm taking notes from you right now. You're giving amazing tips. Aw, thanks. I don't know. I was kind of nervous to do this stream because I'm like, I don't know. I've barely been on YouTube. What do I know? But I'm glad it's helping. Yay. Batch recording is a godsend. I do this on a regular to stay consistent after editing it. Yes. And this is how like if it's like a holiday weekend, I'm getting in the auto zone and I'm like batch recording and then I'm gonna edit, and then I've got 3 videos. This is the first time in months where I've had 3 videos like lined up in the queue, like ready to go, uploaded, thumbnails are done, metadata's done. Like I feel good. I got videos for the next 3 weeks, y'all. It feels good. So then I don't have to stress like I can take next week off. I probably won't, but I could. You know what I mean? So batch recording is definitely like super great for that. I used to love batch recording. Life became crazy for me now. So I record on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I love batch recording though. It does help. Yes. I think in like March or April, I was like, I don't have time. And I like stopped uploading videos and like really stopped caring about my upload consistency because I was overdoing it. And then I came back, like last month maybe? Or July? I can't remember. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do live streams every other week. And then I'm going to upload videos every week. And then now I'm just like, I think it's more realistic for me to do a live stream every other week. And then every week in between, upload a video. So at least every week there is a new video, but I'm not like stressing myself out enough. And with the batch recording, like if I do it right and it works out correctly the way I'm hoping it does, I will have videos good to go through the end of the year, but we'll see. And then Vlogmas is going to hit November, and then I'm going to be like out of gas because I should start prepping for that. Yeah. I got to get my game plan together. Yeah. Last year was really fun. I did good for like a week, and then I got behind and it was stressful. But it was still really good. Still, highly recommend it. All right. So let's move on to reason number 4. Why some people are afraid to start their YouTube channel, or they stop doing YouTube, or they feel discouraged. I feel like I already said that. Wait. That was the wrong one. Mulligan. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that, did you? You didn't see it. You didn't see nothing. I'm afraid, nervous, or shy. We're going to skip this song because it's a little too busy for me. Okay, we're going to do a pop quiz. Are you guys ready for a pop quiz? All right. What is the fastest way to get over your fear of being on camera or being shy or being nervous? Go. You can answer in the chat if you want. I don't know if anyone's going to answer, but... Oh, I missed some comments. I missed some comments earlier. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I've been walking around listening, and now I see consistent Ash talking about brush. Wait, Ash, you're not brushing your teeth on streams, are you? Because you have like that 35. I think your lens, you have like a 35 millimeter lens, right? That'd be real up close and personal. Holly says, I'm so lazy when it comes to finding time to edit. Honestly, Holly, I love editing. I would edit your videos for you if you wanted me to. Ooh, Tess, you're late. You gotta clean erasers. You are late. Really, if I were to do YouTube, it would be for fun and attention. So little things like box openings or Tess, I would watch it. I love unboxings. I also love vlogs. I wish more people did vlogs. I love them. It's like a sneak peek. And it's also you like documenting your life. You should totally do it. I'll support you. A lot of people will support you. You should do it. So I need a streamer. Okay, so Jay, if you ever decide to do some merch, a brush with your logo on it, I'd buy it. People are talking to each other. Hi. So good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. Oh, there's so many content creators in here. I love it. We have another content creator here in the stream. I just found her. I think I found her through... I think you were on Coffee Talk and Tech stream. Maybe you were on Ash's stream? Sammy? You were on someone's stream and I found you. Tess asked, how do you plan for one video? How scripted and planned should it be? We're going to come back to this after we answer the pop quiz question at the top. Oh, Holly missed the question. What's the fastest way to get over being on camera? Oh, look at this. I think we have a winner, y'all. It's a trick question. It's a trick question. The fastest way to get over being shy and being on camera is to just get on camera. Because similar to all of the other points we've been talking about, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. I used to be, if you ever watch any of my earlier videos, I used to sound different when I was on camera because I was so nervous and like my voice sounded different. And I was really shy. I wasn't sure like if I should talk like this or if people even liked my videos. And then the more and more I started making videos and getting comfortable talking to an inanimate object and like just getting more comfortable, the more I just became the person that could just turn on a camera and just say absolute nonsense and sit up here with crooked bangs and whatever. So the fastest way to getting over your fear is to just do it. Yeah, blind guy and his wife, they got it. They got it on the first. Yep. All right. Yep. Just do it. Oh my gosh. All these Nike fans in here. Look at all these Nike fans. Okay. Okay. All right. I like how everyone is Everyone knew the answer. Y'all are good. A plus class. A plus. Yes, that honestly is the fastest way. This is if you ever want. We're gonna talk about live streaming for a second. I know I push it a lot, but still, I honestly there's something about live streaming that like I love it. Like I love editing videos, but I like live streams more because being able to do this builds a much better connection for me. If you ever wanted to get into making videos or live streams and you didn't feel comfortable necessarily going on Facebook or not Facebook, YouTube, or going like public like this, you could always do something privately. You could always make a private Facebook group and stream in there. You could always make a separate Facebook page and go privately on your Facebook page with, you know, 2 people that you trust. You can always do, I don't actually know how many subscribers you need to have, but you could do private streams on Facebook. Not Facebook. Why do I keep saying Facebook? Don't nobody use Facebook no more. I mean, I use Facebook, but like YouTube, you could do private streams on YouTube, and you can be around people that you feel comfortable enough around to help you find your way. And I will always encourage everyone to do streams and to make videos, and I will be the first cheerleader to be like, yeah, good job, or hey, you should think about tweaking this thing, you would sound better, or hey, this is really cool. So if you ever need someone in your corner, let me know and I'll be in your corner. I mean, I like edit. I mean, yes. You have to put together chords from me though, because that's what I actually am not that good at doing. And half the time they're like super lazy, like this one. I'm a new Lolita YouTuber, and so far for all of this is very helpful. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad it's helpful. These are all things that I learned the hard way, or researched, or got feedback on, or got advice on, or implemented myself. So I'm glad to hear that it's helpful for you. And I look forward to seeing your videos. I'm going to go subscribe to your channel. I think, wait a minute. I'm going to star this. I'm going to find your channel after this because if you uploaded a video recently, I think I watched it. Leila says I get nervous about branding and consistency, so I'm still figuring out editing. Oh, yo. Look at, if y'all see my thumbnails, let me show you. I want to talk about branding and consistency. A lot of people will say you have to have a consistent brand with your thumbnails, but I am almost to 100 uploads. I'm almost to 90. I think I'm at like 89 or something like that. I still like struggle with all of my like they all look different, and I play around with them in various different ways, because like at first I was like, well, I like this aesthetic and the way this looks, and then I was like, I need something a little bit more bold, and then I was like, then Vlogmas hit, and I was like, I don't care, I just need a thumbnail up in like 2 seconds. And so I need to go back and redo all of these because they look up like, what? Kim, what are you doing? I don't know why I uploaded that face. I really don't. And then I like switched up my thumbnails a little bit and started doing something else. And then I switched to a different style, and now I'm on like iteration 77 of like trying to figure out my branding. And it's an evolution. And once you find something that sticks, you'll definitely rock with it. But I understand the branding and like trying to be consistent. Because I'll see other people's thumbnails or other people's like colors, and I'll be like, oh, I like that. And then it's like, you got to stick to it because you want your stuff to be recognizable. So when someone sees your thumbnail, they're like, oh, I know who that is. That's Leela. Like Leela just uploaded a video. They didn't even have to look at the name like, oh, I know her colors or I know their colors. So it's a process for sure. Boy, I need to edit these thumbnails. They look so bad. It's fine. No one's watching these videos. Oh, I didn't want that overlay. I want this one. But editing, depending on what software you use, I can give you some recommendations for some really good tutorials on YouTube or YouTubers that do tutorials. Most of the YouTubers I watch are centered around Final Cut Pro, but like I mentioned, Daniel Patel, sorry. Daniel Patel. I pronounce his name wrong every single time. He actually does live streams every Saturday? I think it's every Saturday. Well, my music keeps out. What music? Let's go. He does live streams, live video editing. So he'll go over topics and you get to ask him questions about video editing live. He's a really good person to follow if you not only use Filmora, but if you just want to learn a lot more video editing tricks, or if you want to become a better video editor, or just learn really good practices for video editing, which I'm still learning myself. I have a long way to go, but highly recommend Daniel Patel. Check him out. Tess says, please edit help. That scares me more than really editing. I think you might have missed the part where I said it's one of those things where the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So if you ever need help being less intimidated by video editing, I'm happy to help you out there. I'm also happy to help, like, I don't know, walk you through video editing. Again, there's plenty of YouTubers that do this for a living with way more subscribers and credit than me. But if you want someone that can really help break it down and help you out, I'm happy to do that. Holly says, I think my advice would be to start small or short or film with a friend. 100%. That's why every time I get on here, I'm like, yo, if anyone ever wants to hop on the stream with me, or if anyone ever wants to do ABCXYZ, like, I completely understand how intimidating or scary something might be, because it's you don't know, and it's foreign and you haven't done it before, and it's always easier when you have someone there to go through it with you. So yeah. Holly, we have to do our stream sometime. That's okay. That's okay. Whoa, Shayna, I was actually thinking about you the other day. No joke. I was thinking about, like, some of my other streams I did and some people who used to show up, and I remember you used to swing on by, and I was like, I wonder how Shayna's doing. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. You got it. Is that better? How my levels sounding? Hopefully that's better. I appreciate you letting me know my levels were a little low. I have a new mic here, and I'm still trying to figure out. I also am not monitoring my audio, so I actually have no idea how I sound. I don't appear to be peaking, so I should be all right. But let me know how that sounds. Appreciate it. Oh, Nightbot's in the chat. Nightbot, don't be kicking people out. Let me see. Nightbot was in the chat last stream and was going buck wild Walters. And I hope Nightbot is cooled it, because you're gonna go back in timeout. Hallie said she's gonna make chords for me. Sweet. I need this stream today. It made me feel more confident. Oh, yay! See, this is why I do. And here I was like, no one wants to watch no one cares about what I have to say. I don't know anything. Thank you. Oh, that really means a lot to me. You actually make me feel like I could be more of I'm already myself in my videos and my streams by just doing absolute ridiculous stuff and, like, leaving in the dumb parts where I just feel like dumb. It's silly and I mess up, and, like, you honestly inspired me to keep some of that in, because I love seeing that kind of personality in people's videos, because I think a lot of people sometimes watch YouTubers and they're like, oh, they're so perfect and they have this so down and like everything looks so great, but like they don't see all of the stumbling or all of the mess ups or like the 18th take or the crooked wig or the fact that, you know, we've got crazy stuff going on in the background, and it just really makes it feel more relatable and it makes it less intimidating. So, yeah. I loved your blooper. Yeah, your blooper reel you did. I loved it. It inspired me. So, now I like to keep bloopers at the end of my videos because of you. Yeah, this is something I am still struggling with is thumbnails. This is the one thing I hate doing the most. I hate it. If I could pay somebody to make my thumbnails, I can't get it. I don't understand. Like, because you're not supposed to have too many words in your thumbnail, but then you like technically you're supposed to be in the picture because people are more likely to click on your picture if you're in the picture in the thumbnail. But then like it can't be too busy. But then it like can't be like I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. So if anyone knows the secret to to thumbnail design, let me know. Ecamm's pulling up the wrong comments. That's all good. Run a ton of test clips on yourself and watch. Rinse, repeat, get used to your voice and how you looked. Yes. That. Where's my air horn? That is a great tip. I hated the way I sounded when I first, like, I could not stand the way I sounded when I started videos. I was like, you sound stupid. You look dumb. Like all of this like negative stuff. And again, the more you see and hear yourself, the more you're just like, all right, like that's me. And I need to learn how to love me and appreciate me and like get over me. Right. So, getting used to that's a big one. I still sometimes are like, why did you say that, Kim? Like you, and then now I'm just like, all right, well, we're here now. That was a great tip, Jay. I'm an odd one. I am super comfortable live streaming, but with recorded videos, I feel so different and it shows. Really? I don't notice. You do a great job of not letting that, well, you do a great job of convincing me that it doesn't show, but I can't tell. I think your ability to, what's the word I'm looking for? You are a good like storyteller and you're so good at just talking. It sounds like silly, but I struggle with words and I make a lot of like weird noises and sound effects, but like you do such a good job in your streams of being so clear and concise. And like, yeah, I just need to watch you more and just soak that in. Tess says, I watched them. I don't know what you watched. It's hot again. Here comes the fan. Miss Matcha says, DaVinci Resolve and HitFilm are really great editing programs that are free if needed. Yes, we did. HitFilm was the one. I don't know if I've heard of Shotcut. I don't know if I've heard of HitFilm, but yes, DaVinci Resolve. A lot of movies were edited in DaVinci Resolve. I had a list at one point, actually. Let me see. Okay, hang on. We have Avatar. You're not going to be able to read this because it's so tiny. Was edited in DaVinci Resolve. Jason Bourne. Pirates of the Caribbean. Prometheus. Yeah, so don't sleep on DaVinci Resolve. 100% free. You can really make that thing fly. All right. Let me hurry up and get through the comments so we can get to number 4. Wait, we're on number 4. Number 5. The 5th one. Uh, Tess says, I'd rather have a friendship help than a professional stranger. Does that? Yes, 100%. So, again, if you ever need help, hit me up. I'm happy to help. You're welcome. Thanks for coming by the stream. I really appreciate it on this Friday evening, afternoon, morning. At that point, if it's morning or afternoon, well, you might be in Hawaii if it's afternoon. If it's morning, you're probably in another country. Leila says, thank you. You're very informative and fun to watch. It's like a hangout, especially during these hermit times. Thank you. And yes, that's why I like to do these live streams, because I think, we're probably headed towards another lockdown or whatever. And we're going to be in our houses for a little bit. And this is the easiest way to be able to connect with people and hang out. I sit in live streams all day. Like, I work, but I bounce around live streams. A lot of the people in this stream, I see them all day. And it's like, hey, we're going to go over to Tom's house. Tom, what you doing over here? Oh, hey, Ash is over here. Oh, let's go over to John's backyard. Oh, John's barbecuing. Who else is over here? Oh, we got Corey. What's up, Corey? Like, that's honestly the live streams. I love it. It's really fun. Sarah says, my biggest struggle is editing. I tried DaVinci Resolve and I felt overwhelmed. Yeah, friend, we're just gonna have to practice. I think I'm gonna actually try to edit a video in DaVinci Resolve. It's gonna have to be like a short one though. I think I'll start with like a short video to get my bearings, because like I mentioned, I haven't used it before, but I really would like to, because I know you can do some really great color grading in DaVinci Resolve that you don't have as much control over in other tools. So says the internet. I tell my students that some people are talk and think at the same time people, and some aren't. Huh? What does this mean? What does this mean? I think I know what this means, but I'm not sure in the context. Yo, why is it so hot in my house? It's so hot. Yeah. What do you use right now, Ash? I think you mentioned it, but I already lost it. Yeah. Like, I work from home, so I'll have my work computer up and I'm like working, and when I'm in a meeting, I'm like in someone else's live stream, like listening to the work meeting but not really listening, and then it's like, oh hey, what's up, how you doing, how your morning going, okay, I'll see you later. Then you go pop in someone else's stream and it's like, oh, fancy running into you again. Super fun. Love it. Beyond a lot, Kimbuucha, loving your stream and the content. Engaging would be an thank you. I'm really weird about accepting compliments, but thank you. I really appreciate that, because I don't know. I'm learning a lot about streaming along the way. Okay, so now that we know if we're shy or afraid, the fastest way is to create content, whether that's find a buddy that will help make videos with you, or help you get more comfortable with being on camera, or maybe live stream to a private group or something like that. And, get in the habit of making videos and then getting used to the way you sound and the way you looked. Really great tip. And that will help you get over your fear of being on camera or being shy. So now if we move on to the 5th tip, which is, I don't like trolls and negativity. And this is 100% understandable. But no one likes negative feedback. And I will say, the 1.5 years I've been on YouTube, I've only really had, and I've never really had a troll, but I've only had like 2 negative comments of the 89 videos that I've uploaded, which is saying a lot. I mean, negative in a sense where like it was a slight at me and not necessarily about like, oh, I'm vegan and you use bacon type of thing. But I've only had 2, and they weren't, it was like I know to some degree to be on YouTube, you kind of have to have a little bit of thick skin because people are going to criticize you when you come out in such a public space. And there is a tolerance. I won't say tolerance. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a bit of a shield that you build up when you continue to put yourself out there. And I definitely was afraid that like people aren't going to like what I have to say and I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down. I actually stopped looking. I stopped looking at my analytics. I didn't really pay attention like the first like 4 or 5 months. I was like, I don't want to see how many people didn't watch my videos. I don't want to see how many thumbs down I got on this video. I don't want to see any of the negative comments. And I tried to just ignore it, but that's not, that does you no good. And it's actually detrimental to you because you don't know how well you are doing, or you don't know where you could improve by not looking at those things. And as far as comments go, like I know live streaming, like depending on whose stream you go in, you might see a lot of weird comments or, people saying nasty things. But YouTube actually has like, Coffee Talk and Tech showed this on his stream last night, which was really great. YouTube has a section where you can control what shows up in your comments or what shows up in your live streams. So if we move on over to my studio here, if it'll load, it's taking a while. It's thinking about it. Come on. So under, is it permissions? Yes. No, it's channel. Yes. So you can control, no, that's not it. Where is it at? What am I looking for, y'all? Community? Here we go. You can add, so one thing you can do, especially for live streams, is you can add moderators, which I have a few of them in the chat. And moderators help keep your chat on track. They help deny or allow people to send links. They can help kick people out if they're getting too rowdy. And you can also use a tool like Nightbot, which Coffee Talk and Tech isn't here. I found Nightbot through him. But that's a little, he's on his good behavior tonight. I see him in there. All right. Yeah, hopefully he's not kicking anybody out yet. But Nightbot can actually put people in timeout for you. So say you don't have a channel or say you don't have people that you trust to be moderators, you can use something like Nightbot to keep your channel clean. You can also do things like hide specific users. So we're going to talk about Lola here in a second. Lola was tripping on one of my videos. And you can add blocked words. So these are words that you can block from showing up in your comments or in your streams. I actually don't have any because I don't have anyone in my streams or in my comments really acting a fool. So that's really great. But if you were afraid of people saying particular things, you have control over the type of stuff that you allow to come through on your channel. And of course, moderators are great. I am a moderator in a few other streamers' channels, and I've had to put people in timeout or kick people out and things like that. And if you have good people that you trust to do that, they will help make sure that your stream stays focused and that you don't have to see or deal with any of that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But, in the year and a half that I've been doing YouTube, I got a comment on one of my videos. It was the luggage one I did, which... let me see if I can find it. I did a video. This was early on. I did this video, and it was about like kawaii luggage. It was like a cute luggage, pink stuff. I really like pink, even though I wear a variation of colors on this channel, but I really like pink. And so I made a video where I talked about really cute luggage, and I was wearing like casual J fashion. I had on like stuff in my hair. I had necklace on. Let me just pull up the thumbnail so you can see what I'm talking about. No, not that one. This one. Internet is crawling. Okay. pause. Okay. So Lola, this was like a month ago. Someone came on my channel and was like, this video would be so much better if you didn't dress like that. Like the hair, the necklace, the dress, you look like a toddler. You shouldn't wear so much pink, the flowers, it's too much. And I was like, usually I wouldn't respond to like negativity or trolls, but I was like, I didn't know only toddlers could wear florals and pink. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind next time I make a future video. Clearly, I was being sarcastic. And then the person came back and was like, well, I'm just saying you could get more views. People would take you more seriously if you didn't dress like that. And da-da-da-da-da. It's very childish. Something she said. And I was like, have you looked at my channel? Do you see what my channel's about? Like, this is what this channel is about. And then I commented, I was like, well, if what I'm wearing is such a problem for you and you don't like it, it sounds like you're not my target audience, because most of the people who come to my channel for Lolita fashion. They are used to this. They want to know about it. This doesn't bother them. They actually want to see this. She commented something else and then I blocked her. I was like, I don't have time for this. But the moral of the story is, you don't have to engage with any of these people. You can block them, you can ban them, you can delete them, you can delete certain words. You can even turn off chat entirely in live streams so people can't chat at all. You can turn on member-only live streams or subscriber-only live streams, which this one is. People can only chat unless they're a subscriber. And you can have more control and be able to have more confidence that you won't be up against negativity or trolls and things like that. But with all that being said, I do think that you do kind of have to be prepared for that and not let it rattle you, and have a good community behind you to help support you. And if you are an aspiring Lolita YouTuber, I will just say, I think as Lolitas, we don't give ourselves enough credit for how resilient and tough we might be, because I think it takes a certain kind of person to wear this with our head held high and to be confident in what we're doing, because we get all kinds of comments from people about the misunderstandings about Lolita fashion and people on the street, and sometimes our family has a lot of things to say, or our partners don't support us, or we don't have friends that really get it. And to still be able to go through that and to still wear it with pride says something about how strong you are as a person. And I think if you are an aspiring Lolita YouTuber, give yourself a little bit more credit. You're tougher than you think. So that's where I'll leave with that. Let's get back to le chat. Okay. What's going on? How you doing this evening? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. J.A. says, I loved DaVinci, but it was a learning curve for sure. Filmora. I loved Filmora. I'm, like I said, I'm crazy when it comes to editing, and I'm weird and I like video editing. And so I wanted to do more with my editing, which is why I switched to Final Cut Pro. But Filmora 10, it really stepped it up from 9, and that came out after I switched. So there's a lot you can do, but it's so much easier and it's way more user friendly, and I love it. So definitely recommend checking that out. My music is doing something a little funky today. Hi, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. I'm sorry I'm behind in the comments. I have been to one of your streams before, and I'm not crafty, so I just follow along and wish I had that kind of skill. But thank you. Welcome for thank you for coming by. Welcome to the stream. Words are hard. I love DaVinci, but it was a learn. This is supposed to be Ash. I just pulled up here. I use Vegas Movie Studio Pro 16, not free. Also, I have been working at home for 5 years. Should have done this YouTube game years ago. Would have been easier. And that's kind of why I wanted to do the streams, because I don't want anyone to like feel like, I don't want anyone to have regrets about not doing things. You know what I mean? Life's too short, and I want people to create memories, and you can make a lot of memories through YouTube. So yeah. People saying hi to each other. Look, see, the streaming community. I'm telling y'all. I'm actually starting to branch out and just find random live streams on YouTube and just pop in. It's been really fun. I'm learning a lot. I'm hoping that one day when we have conferences again and they have a big live streaming one, I get to meet all of my friends on the internet and bring my husband so he can be like, oh, so you're the reason why Kim can't hang out. Folks are saying hi to each other. I love it. Trolls don't bother me. I have mods in my streams and a very tough backbone. Right on. I don't care over dislikes or rude comments in my stream. I say, I love it. Get them. And people don't like that either. I've noticed, like, if people try and like say things to like get a negative reaction and you don't respond, or you respond in a way they were not expecting, they're just like, well, wait, hold on. I love it. Nightbot's out in these streets reminding people about kombucha because it's good for the gut. Community. Love it. Yes. Trolls, I feared them so much. That's why it took me 8 years to actually finally make consistent content. What happened for you to make that switch? I'm curious. For me, I'm not a stranger to like having to put myself in some sort of spotlight. Like I've done a lot of like hobbies and activities where a lot of focus was on me, so I'm used to like being in some sort of light and open to criticism. I guess it's different on YouTube because literally anyone can come at you. But I think for me, it was after my first few videos, people saying, this is really helpful, or I don't see very many Black Lolita YouTubers, or no one really talks about these things, or I really enjoyed your humor. And it's the positive comments that keep me going more than the negative comments. And then I've only really had like 2 negative comments on my YouTube videos. This one, and then there was the Life as a Black Lolita video I did where someone had something to say, and it was just like, okay, you clearly need to go back to nowhere, Alabama with that. So, yeah. I feel that with trolls, I have comments give backhanded compliments at times, but try not to respond or respond in a negative way. Yep. If you respond, I think that's why Lola had got mad, because I was like, hey, it's okay if you like don't want to watch my videos. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, people don't like it. They don't like it when you have the higher ground. They're like, well, I never, you know? And sometimes you ever seen that meme that's like, what are we mad about today? Sometimes I feel like that's what happens sometimes on the internet. It's like people just find something to just go off about, and it's like, what can you not just get off the internet? Just log off. My mods would kick someone out faster than I would. Nat, you have good mods then. My mods are pretty good too. I like my mods. Sadly, I have to leave, Kim. This was such a joy, and I have to say so much of it spoke to me. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really do, because your streams give me something to aspire to. One, because the way that you go back, well, you're probably gone now, but the way that you and John go back and forth in your streams is just so fluid. And like the fact that you guys stream for like 3 hours. I'm working my way up. I don't know how long we've been going. Hour and 21 minutes. One of these days, I'm going to get my 5-hour energy award. That's like a thing in the streaming community, is they call it a 5-hour energy, where you stream for 5 hours. You get an air horn someday. So thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, Angelica. Are you new here? If so, welcome. You're awesome and beyond cute. Never let anyone else discourage you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I mean, now I feel like it's part of my job now to pass on the encouragement and be someone's cheerleader. I saw a stream yesterday that was titled, "People in your life are either players or they're cheerleaders," and I would like to be a cheerleader in everyone's life. So while I have the energy and no kids, I will continue to do that. Y'all better get it now, because when I have kids, it's going to be a hiatus. It's going to be real quiet over here in Boochville. I use Filmora, and it's great. It reminds me of my art programs, kind of. Awesome. I dig it. Someone had a question earlier, didn't they? Tess had a question. I'm sorry, Tess. How do you plan for one video, how scripted and planned it should be? So I started with light outlines, and it really depends on the video. If you have the ability to remember things that you want to say, you could always start with just a rough outline of, like, for instance, if you're going to talk about Lolita and you're going to do an unboxing or something, or a dress review, have your, bullet points of the main topics you want to hit. Maybe first impressions, and maybe sizing, and maybe construction. Or maybe you have a fourth one that's like coordinate options or something like that. And then from there, you can just kind of go off the cuff of, unboxing and first impressions. I thought this was cute, and I was a little disappointed because it only had one pocket, or whatever. And then, sorry, that's super distracting with the fan. And then with the sizing, you can have 3 bullet points under there that you want to hit, and you can just kind of keep it to that. I just recently really started scripting more, just because I have so many things in my head that if I don't script it out, I'll forget some of those points. And it kind of depends on how in depth I want to get with something. So I think it was last week I uploaded a video for some microphones, and for that I really needed to get super detailed with a script, because there were very specific details I knew I needed to hit, and I wanted to deliver them in a certain way. But I think starting out, just a rough outline definitely helps, about your 3 or 4 major points you want to hit, and maybe a couple bullet points in there, and then just free form from there, and that will help keep your video on the rails, but not too robotic, I'm reading from a script kind of thing. As far as planning, I try to, because of how I do my videos now, and I'm trying to incorporate more B-roll into my videos, and I'm trying to up the production value, I guess. I typically like to have my videos planned out a week before, because, and I know on weekends is when I'm going to film my A-roll, which is my talking, me being on camera talking. So I generally like to edit my videos the Sunday after I film them. So if Saturday is going to be the day where I film my talking portion, then if I have my video planned out the week before, maybe Tuesday on my lunch break, I will film my B-roll or something like that. Or Wednesday after dinner, I'll film some of my B-roll and then import some of my footage and sort it and things like that. So I think it will take you a few tries before you get your groove. And here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't think about, is that everyone's workflow is completely different. So what works for me might not work for you. You might find you really like scripted videos, and you're fine if you do it. You're more inspired if you do it right before you film. for me, that doesn't work. I need to have it done like a week ahead of time. Um, but yeah, the outline and that would be the best place to start. To start with a rough outline. I feel like I was rambling there a little bit. Okay, moving back to the chat. Yep, check out Filmora. I think they have like a free 30-day trial or something. And Daniel Patal, if you're gonna check out Filmora, hey now. Check out his channel. He does tutorials every single week in Filmora. So you can watch him edit videos live and you can ask him questions, which is so underrated, which is why I love live streams, because then you get an instant answer a lot of the time. So yeah. Although his streams, he be having a lot of people in his chat. So you just keep that in mind. Like he be having like hundreds of people in his chat. So just be ready for that. Good evening. Peace and respect to you too. Hello. Thank you for joining the stream. I feel that, Ash. Thank you for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all your words of encouragement, and I hope you have a great night. It's been really good having you here and giving lots of tips in the chat. So yeah, have a good weekend. I'll see you on your next stream. That's okay. Hi, welcome to the stream. Guys, there's so many content creators in the stream tonight. I love it. Thank you for stopping by. It's hot though. I'm burning up under this light. I don't know how much longer I'm going to make it. But welcome. This is another content creator. I think you also have a channel. Pretty much everyone here has a channel. Tess, you're next. Start that channel. Send me an email. I'll help you out. Welcome to the stream. Inspirational Connection does streams, and her streams are really fun because you get confetti, and she does words of affirmations at the beginning of her streams, which are really encouraging because sometimes we really need a boost and some words of encouragement. And I feel a lot better when I come by her streams. I've never had them yet because I am a very small channel, but gaining confidence in facing them if and when it happens from the community. Have a mod now too and block negative words. See, also, you're already like not even gonna happen. You probably haven't had it happen yet because you're already ready. You know? I love it. That's awesome. The gang is here. Yes. Everyone was here. It was nice. I love it. I'm telling y'all, it's like it's going down the street. Like, whose house are we hanging out today? Where are all the bikes? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll be your cheerleader, Kim. If I have kids, I know they will also be supportive too. You're a very kind-hearted person that inspires people to be their best. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I kind of wish I would have started YouTube a long time ago, because it's an amazing creative outlet. Even if not YouTube, maybe you're on Instagram, maybe you're doing Twitch streams, maybe you're making a blog. It's a really creative outlet, and the community that I have found and surrounded myself with really helps on, when things in the world get really nasty and ugly. And it's really fun. So yeah. And like I mentioned, like, I don't know, it's going to sound very morbid, but life is very short, and I don't ever want to look back and have regrets on my life, and I don't ever want anyone else to feel that way. So if you've been thinking about, getting into something or starting something, don't let any of the reasons earlier be the reason why you don't start, because we got solutions for all of those, right? You don't have a camera, you don't need one. You have a cell phone, that's great. Start with that. Editing videos is hard or expensive. There's free programs and there's easier programs, and there's a lot of tutorials, and it will get easier the more you do it. You don't have time? Find some time. Maybe wake up half an hour earlier. Maybe film a video while you're watching 90 Day Fiancé. You can find some time to record those videos and edit those videos. You're afraid of being on camera? Practice. It helps get over that. Get used to looking at yourself, get used to hearing yourself, get used to making videos, and sooner or later you're going to be like, What nerves? You're afraid of what people are going to say, or you're afraid of trolls? Get you some good moderators, block words in the chat, and more likely than not, there's the majority of the people on your videos and your streams are probably going to have nicer things to say than they will have negative things to say. And you're a lot stronger than you think you are. So, yeah. Oh, I missed some comments here. You're so adorable. This is my first time hearing, and you sound so nice. Oh, thank you. I got a new microphone, which is a pod mic, and I like it. I got some work to do, though, with this mic. But thank you. I really appreciate it. It's hot up under this light with these sleeves. It's so hot. Confetti is definitely going somewhere in my streams. I don't have confetti, but I do have hearts. I do have hearts. And I also have this giant heart. It's not confetti. I love your confetti, but I forget I even have that at all. And, oh, we have a question. Is this your regular live streaming schedule at Kimbuucha so I can put it? Well, I live stream every other Friday, but around this time, yes. Usually 5:30 on... That's your Saturday because you're a day ahead, I think. But yes, this is my regular time. And if you want to come by regularly, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. I think it should be every other Friday Kim is live streaming. What? Was that what? I don't know what that means. It's so hot. Life is very short, but make it beautiful. I started also because I want to look back on these beautiful memories on time well spent. Yeah. And like another reason why I want to do vlogs and like do these videos is because I know 3 months from now, I'm not going to remember what I did this night. I'm not going to remember, oh yeah, I was sitting hanging out with Tess and I was hanging out with my friends and Mommy Guide, are you in the Philippines? I can't remember. But I'm not going to remember, you know what I mean? And I will have these videos to look back on and it's going to be so precious. Like I was looking back on some of my old streams and I was like, I don't know how y'all sat through this stream with my wig was like this and it was just like ridiculous, but it was, oh, now I messed it up. I need Jay's brush. But yeah, so don't be afraid to document your life. People might have something to say about it at first and they won't understand it, but you can show yourself these videos later on, you know? Yeah, see, Tess. All right, Tess, you got two of us. We ready. I can guarantee you there's about 5 other people in this chat. When you start that channel, the moment you upload your video, they're going to be like, what's up? Subscribing instantly. Can't wait for the next video. People don't talk about the community enough. They really don't. I love it. I talk about it all the time. I know y'all are tired of me saying that, but it really is. In a world where I feel like people are so busy tearing each other down, like, I don't know, on YouTube it feels like the exact opposite. I don't know. I like being here. It's all warm and fuzzy. Probably winter. I'm so busy right now, but thank you so much for the encouragement, Kim, too. You all are so sweet. Okay. All right. When you're ready, we will be here. Something I wanted to mention before I forget is that if you are thinking about getting into live streaming, next week there is a live streaming bootcamp called Leap Into Live, and it is being put on by the wonderful folks over at Ecamm, as well as a bunch of other partners like TubeBuddy and Elgato and Shure, who make microphones, and it is 100% free, and you can watch a bunch of streams and contents about getting started with live streaming. So if you have no idea, you're not sure what kind of equipment you need, you're not sure what you would live stream about, you feel very nervous about getting started, there are literally panels and topics about everything. There are also a lot of discounts on things like TubeBuddy and God, they're giving away a bunch of stuff. So I definitely recommend checking it out. The link for the live streaming boot camp is leapinto.live. I got into live streaming. I was watching Doc's channel, and then I found out about Ecamm, and then I joined the Ecamm community, and it's been really great. And now I love live streaming. So yeah, if you ever think about getting into it, definitely check it out. It's free. There are also tickets that you can purchase. You can get access to the sessions after they're recorded. Again, it's all next week. All kinds of stuff's going on. It's really great. There's some really great speakers. None of them are in the chat tonight, I don't think, but some really great people. So yeah, definitely check it out. Okay, we have a question. How do you work up the motivation to put on This is why I do live streams every other Friday. It's a struggle. That's another reason why I batch record, is because I don't have the patience to put all of this on to record a video multiple times a weekend, unless I'm already going out to do other things in the lead up, which doesn't happen very often. So Saturday, get up, put this on, and record 2 or 3 videos. For live streaming, I try and pick coordinates that are comfortable-ish, that are easy to put on, and that are like not too, I mean, it's hard to like not be warm in Lolita because of all the layers, but yeah. As far as makeup goes, I actually wear minimal makeup: concealer, setting powder, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, and like some lip gloss. If I'm going to record a video, then I'll do more full face makeup. But for live streaming, I don't know. I try to keep it pretty simple because it's you get sweaty, you get hot, and like, yeah. But for the motivation, I think about like, I'm my own worst critic, and if I don't do it, I don't feel like I'm putting my best foot forward. Come on now, Bertha. Get it together. I don't feel like I'm putting my best foot forward if I don't come looking halfway correct. So that's just kind of it. And it's kind of the standard that I set for myself. When I first started, I think all of my videos I wore makeup. Let me look back. I mean, it is a struggle because there are some days where I don't. But to answer your question, I batch record. So if I know if I'm going to put this on, I have to make it worth it. So you need to get 2 or 3 videos done. You can't just do one unless it's a big one. So yeah. And then minimal makeup. Concealer goes a long way. My face is breaking out. Don't mind Melinda here, but yeah. Thank you. These are from Let's Get Live. They were free. There's like a free overlay pack. I'll drop it in the chat. If you subscribe to their mailing list, you get like a bunch of overlays for free. And it was one of them. Do you go to letsget.live? Yeah, letsget.live. And there's a link at the top for free overlays. Check it out. There's also like a countdown one in there. There's some really cool ones. Okay, you are from the Philippines. Okay, I was right. My brother's wife is from the Philippines. She lives in Okinawa though, but she's from the Philippines. Hopefully she'll get to move here at the end of the year. We'll see. I put all on and batch. Yep. See, you got to make it worth it. If we're going to go to the trouble to spend an hour and a half to 2 hours to get ready, record a lot of content and then edit them. So then you can take like a week or 2 off. Yep. The makeup is a struggle. And you do a lot more with your makeup than I do. I'm lazy. I'm real lazy. Well, there's still 14 people hanging out. Really? Thanks, y'all. I love y'all. I feel that too. I just started filming on my phone now, Samsung 10 Plus, and going to have a DSLR now. It's serial, but never giving up. Give up on being on YouTube. You're worth it. Your last video you did, was that on your phone? Or was it on a camera? Because the quality on that was, I noticed it. And I was like, all right. All right for the quality. All right for the editing. All right for the sound effects. I feel like a stalker because I know I said that, but like, I love your videos. I feel so weird because every time I'm like, yeah, I love it. Sometimes I feel like I'm not cute enough to be a Lolita YouTube. No. First of all, stop that right now. Because you wouldn't let, I'm going to tell you what everyone else says in all the communities that I'm in and streams that I'm in. You wouldn't let someone else tell you you're not cute enough to be a Lolita YouTuber. So don't let yourself say that to yourself. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. And you can't say things like that to yourself. I think you could make videos about whatever you want. And you don't have to wear makeup to do Lolita videos. But putting on makeup, I feel like putting on makeup is a lost cause, but I will try batch recording soon. Yeah. But this not cute enough, that's not allowed around here. I will not allow it. I will not allow it. I'm probably out of focus because I manually focus my camera, but I will not allow it. I won't allow anyone else to say that to you, and I won't allow you to say that to you. So, you are cute enough. See? You are cute. Makeup is hard. It's so hard with Hanfu. What makes it hard with Hanfu? Is it because I guess the style of makeup. Yeah, I guess technically there's like Lolita style of makeup you're supposed to do, but what? Man, I can't do like super rosy cheeks. You know what I mean? Like, that's not happening. We're not doing that. Is makeup required? I mean, I wear eyeliner and tinted chapstick. So here's how I feel about it. I feel like people should not feel pressured to do something that is not natural or comfortable for them. So I do think wearing makeup gives a different, it elevates the skin and your presence and things like that, but it's not required. Like, I mean, I don't think it's required. Some people might disagree, but I think people should do what is most comfortable and natural for them. Because some people can't even wear makeup, right? Their skin's so sensitive. So what do you say to those people where you're not a proper Lolita if you don't wear makeup? Well, who made you the Lolita police? Like, I think you should eliminate whatever reason is preventing you from doing the thing. Get comfortable with doing the thing. And then add in the other things to level up. That makes sense. That's my 2 cents. Because if you let people make you feel like you're not enough to do something, you're not living for yourself. You're living for other people and other people's opinions. That shouldn't matter. Like, it's your life. You only get one. That's how I feel. And then you're gone. So you better live it while you're here. I don't think it's required. I just feel like I want to look my best self if it's going to be recorded. And honestly, I know I look like Danny Glover if I don't wear makeup, and it's just bad. I have some videos on my channel. I have several during Vlogmas where I didn't do makeup. And I look at those videos and I'm like, I can't believe you put this out here in the world like that. But then I'm like, that's just me. What? I can't always be pristine. I can't always look with makeup on all the time. Like, it just wasn't possible at that time. And it was either get the video out or spend time doing your makeup and then record the video and then be too tired to edit the video. So you can find some of them. Some of those Vlogmas videos. Let me see. I mean, you really don't have to watch them. But if you wanted to watch some, honestly, YouTube, Cool it. Cool it now. Why is soda so good? Really bad for the teeth, but really good. This ugly thumbnail, that's why nobody clicked on this video. I'm not wearing makeup in this one. I'm not wearing makeup in this one. I think I'm wearing makeup in all these. I'm not. Oh, there's another one on here. Where is it? This one, that's why this little thumbnail has a heart on my face. I'm not wearing makeup in this one, I don't think. Like, it's fine. If your content and what you're saying is good, that don't even matter, if I'm being honest. A lot of people want to be like, oh, I have to look a certain way. My video quality's got to be. Nah, because a lot of us listen to YouTube videos on our phones while we're doing other things and not even looking at the screen. A lot of these people in these streams, I listen to them while I'm cooking dinner, and I'll occasionally come in and chat, but like, I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm listening. So if your audio's good and what you're saying is good, I don't even care what you look like. So keep that in mind. Oh, thanks. I love y'all too. Y'all so nice. All right, Kelsey. Next stream, we don't say those kind of words around here. We are good enough. We don't allow other people to say nasty stuff to us, so we can't say it to ourselves. But also, I'm going to check out your channel because I can't wait to see more. It just takes a lot of time to do. I try to record the same time I stream. Oh, and that's another thing. It's like repurposing your videos, right? Or your streams. If you do streams, you can chop them up. I haven't got to that point yet where I can chop up a stream and then make multiple videos out of it. I've been wanting to do that. I just haven't done a stream yet where I've found a way to work that in. But yeah. Did I miss any comments? I didn't. I do different makeup styles depending on what I'm wearing or what style cord I'm doing versus cosplay or casual clothes. Yes. Yeah, you do. Are you cosplaying? Are you going to Rose City Comic-Con this weekend? I heard it was this weekend, and I didn't know it was still happening. And also, cool. Okay. Oh, I have one more bonus tip. We're going into 2 hours, but I want to do this one really quick. And then we're going to wrap up on this note. So, and it is, a lot of people don't start YouTube or they don't continue their YouTube because they're like, I don't have any subscribers. No one's subscribing to my channel. Subscribers. And I'm going to say what I hear all the time and what resonates very well with me, which is subscribers are vanity metrics and they don't matter. They matter, but they don't matter. Because just because you have a lot of subscribers doesn't mean anything. You could have 100,000 subscribers and only 200 people watch your videos. That's not a good number. I would say what's more important to think about or to look at as a new YouTuber is click-through rate, average watch time, and your engagement. So what that means is for click-through rate, and this is something that I didn't really pay attention, again, to my analytics, but let me go to my studio here. So your click-through rate, if we open it up, this is my jam. Yeah, why? Internet, come on, let's go. We're getting hungry. You're going to go over to your analytics dashboard. Yeah, you're going to see how much money I don't make on YouTube. I make pennies, literal pennies. But click-through rate is, let's click on a video. Let's click on this one. Tea Party Recipe Ideas. I created this video in October of last year. Your click-through rate is going to be, let's see, I think it's at reach. this number right here, impressions. What this number means is based on your thumbnail, at what percentage of users clicked on your video? This is more important because this is what gets people into your video in the first place. This number right here is impressions. So 216,000 people saw this thumbnail and 5% clicked on it. Now, this might sound like a no number if you've never really looked into YouTube Analytics. This is actually a good number. You want to be between 4 to 5, or 5, I think it's 5 to 6% for click-through rates on your thumbnails. So this video actually does really well, like really, really well. The past 28 days, if I change this, $1.6 thousand views. That's pretty good. So the click-through rate is important because this says to me, is my thumbnail good enough, right? Are people wanting to watch this video when they look at my thumbnail? That's more important to look at than subscribers. Another metric you'll want to be more concerned with is average watch time, which is how long, or average view duration, how long are people watching your video? So if you're making a 45-minute video and your average view duration is 2 minutes, people are leaving after 2 minutes. So you'll want to look at, well, why aren't people sticking around to watch my video? Your click-through rate combined with your average watch time and a couple other metrics is what tells YouTube, oh, people kind of like this video. Let me serve it over here to Molly. Molly, what you think about tea party ideas or tea party recipe? Oh, Molly clicked on it and Molly stuck around and watched it. Okay, let me see what Billy Ray, would you like to see tea party recipes? Oh, Billy Ray also liked it. Okay, that's more important to focus on than subscribers. Your click-through rate and your average watch time. Engagement is something else that's also really important because this tells YouTube, oh, this person gets a lot of comments on their videos. They respond to those comments. People are engaging with this video or people are engaging with this live stream. Those are all more important numbers than subscribers. I know a lot of people look at subscriber count because they want to get monetized and get into like the partner program and things like that. I was that person. I was like, I want my 1,000 subscribers and I want my 4,000 watch hours. And then I made it. And then as y'all saw, I made, how much money did I make? I made $24 in the past month on all of YouTube, $24. So that's why I say subscribers, partner program, like it's good to want to get into that. But if you pay more attention to how do I get people to click on my thumbnail? How do I get people to stick around and watch my videos? The subscribers will come naturally because that means people are actually liking your videos. So focus on the content more than the numbers. Okay, going back to the comments. After I hide this comment. Starfire. Should I know who that is? I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not really into anime like that. I'm sorry. I'm a fake weeb. I have to work on scripting videos. See? All right. See you later, Miss Matchblock. See? She's prioritizing her time. She's going to say, Kim, I'm tired of listening to you talk. I'm going to go work on my YouTube. I dig it. All right. That was my last tip. Hopefully that was helpful for people. If anyone has any other last minute questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we are going to get close to wrapping up here. So just to recap, if you are an aspiring YouTuber or you are a beginner YouTuber or live stream or whatever, don't be afraid of starting your channel because you don't have a camera, because you can start with whatever camera you have. Don't be afraid of starting YouTube because you are intimidated by editing videos. This is something that will get easier over time, and there are tools and tutorials to help you with that, as well as people in the community. If you are struggling with finding time to produce your videos, See if you can find ways to make producing your videos easier, such as batch recording or blocking out time, or just organizing yourself in a way so it is less preparation the day of when you're trying to record your videos or edit your videos. If you're afraid of being on camera, the fastest way to get over being on camera is to combine the three things that we just mentioned and just start recording videos and editing videos, and that fear will go away. If you're afraid of what people are going to say, don't worry about it, because more likely than not, you're going to have more positive reception than negative reception, but you can have a ton of control over the types of comments and people that you have on your channel and in your streams. And if you are discouraged because you don't have a lot of subscribers, don't worry about it. Focus on making content that people want to click on and watch and stick through, and the subscribers will come naturally. Oh, it's from Teen Titans. Yeah, it's a show I didn't watch. That's a show I didn't watch. I'm sorry. I have a goal. I'm 7 months into YouTube and hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers in the year, but I'm definitely working in my analytics more. That's awesome. And I'm sure you will hit it because I enjoy your streams and you're very positive and your content is very helpful. And I'm sure there are plenty of other people out there as well that find your content helpful. So yeah, great goal. I was late, but I did get something from the time I came in. We'll go back and watch the replay. Awesome. Please do. When the stream's over, it will be unlisted I have to cut out some parts like the countdown timer in the beginning and add an end screen, but it will be back up probably tomorrow if it's not up tonight. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for coming by the stream. I really appreciate all of your kind words and encouragement, and I appreciate you listening to me tonight talk about YouTube. If anyone here is interested in getting into YouTube or content creation, I am happy to be your cheerleader and be in your corner to encourage you to create content. I feel like something wild is going over here with my mouse. Maybe it's just me. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you're watching this on the replay, feel free to leave any questions or suggestions or tips you have in the comments as well. I also, if you like to read, I just started a blog, Kimbuucha.com. There's a few blog posts up there already, but I will be posting more content about Lolita fashion and traveling as well as content creation. So definitely feel free to check that out. Someone had also asked me about what gear I use. I didn't actually really talk about, I could talk about that. I use a Sony a6400 and a Sigma 16mm lens. If you want to do a little bit more research into that, or you want to check it out, feel free to check it out there. There's also links to a lot of other stuff. Someone in one of my previous streams asked about these lights I have back here. They're also on there. They're really cool because you can control them with the app. See, watch. Hold on. Y'all want to see something cool? Oh. And then I can like change the colors. They're these like light bars. They're made for TVs, but you could do a bunch of cool stuff with them. So you could do like all these cool colors. I could sit here all day and play with these lights. But those are on there, as well as like the camera I started with, which is the Canon M50, which I do like, lights, stuff like that, whatever. But if you have any questions, feel free to, leave it in the comments once this video goes up, and I'll be happy to help answer any of those questions. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It was really great having you and hearing your insight, and I look forward to watching your future streams as well. Again, if you are new to streaming or looking to get into streaming, you could definitely check out Leap into Live. That is going on next week, all hours of the day. Even if you just pop in and listen for a little bit, it will definitely help you feel more inspired to get into live streaming. I love it. I want to see more live streaming. I think it's amazing. With that being said, though, we're going to wrap it up here tonight, and I really do appreciate everyone for coming by. I hope you have a great and safe weekend, And I will see you right back here, not next week, but the week after next. And yeah, because next week is Leaping Alive, and there's a new video going up next week. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for swinging by, and have a good weekend. Bye.